Today we will be listening one of the best writer in the world known as Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning is an extraordinary work that combines personal memoir and psychological insight to explore how individuals find meaning in the most challenging circumstances. Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and a neurologist-psychiatrist, writes with raw authenticity about his experiences in Nazi concentration camps during World War II and the profound lessons they taught him about the human condition. The book is structured into two parts. The first is a vivid narrative of Frankl's time in Auschwitz and other camps, emphasizing the psychological impact of extreme suffering. The second introduces his revolutionary psychotherapeutic approach, logotherapy, which argues that finding meaning is the central motivation of human life. This work not only sheds light on the darkest corners of history but also serves as a beacon of hope, offering practical guidance for anyone seeking purpose amid life's trials. Through his work, Frankl encourages readers to ask themselves the fundamental question, what is the meaning of my life, here and now? By sharing his deeply personal journey in groundbreaking theories, Frankl offers insights that transcend time, culture, and circumstance. Talking about Part 1, which is experiences in a concentration camp. Life in the camps. Frankl begins with the horrifying journey into the concentration camps. Prisoners were herded into trains, stripped of their possessions, and forced into inhumane conditions. Upon arrival at Auschwitz, individuals were immediately categorized, those deemed fit for labor were spared, while others, including the elderly, children, and sick, were sent to the gas chambers. This brutal selection process underscored the utter disregard for human life. Inside the camps, Frankl faced starvation, forced labor, and constant abuse. The absence of basic necessities, coupled with the omnipresence of death, created an environment where survival seemed almost impossible. Yet, Frankl observed that those who endured longest were often not the physically strongest but those who found a sense of purpose to keep them going. Psychological stages of prisoners. Frankl describes three distinct psychological phases that prisoners experienced. 1. Shock. Upon arrival, prisoners were overwhelmed by disbelief and terror. The dehumanizing treatment they faced stripped them of their identities, leaving many in a state of numbness. 2. Apathy. As days turned to weeks, prisoners developed a detached outlook to shield themselves from emotional pain. This emotional deadening was a survival mechanism, allowing them to endure the horrors around them. 3. Disillusionment and bitterness. Liberation brought mixed emotions. While many felt relief, others struggled to reintegrate into a world that could never fully understand their suffering. Finding meaning in suffering. Frankl's key realization during his imprisonment was that life retains meaning under all circumstances. Even amidst unimaginable suffering, individuals could find purpose. For Frankl, imagining his wife's face and thinking of his unfinished academic work provided the strength to carry on. Moments of humanity. Despite the cruelty, acts of humanity persisted. A shared crust of bread, a quiet prayer, or the appreciation of a sunset reminded prisoners of the beauty that still existed. These moments served as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Part 2, Logotherapy in a Nutshell. What is logotherapy? In the second part of the book, Frankl outlines logotherapy, his existential approach to psychotherapy. Derived from the Greek word logos, meaning, logotherapy focuses on the belief that striving to find meaning is humanity's primary motivation. Unlike Freud, who emphasized pleasure, and Adler, who emphasized power, Frankl's approach centers on the pursuit of purpose. 3 paths to meaning. Frankl identifies 3 avenues for discovering meaning. 1. Work, creating something valuable or contributing to the world through meaningful effort. 2. Love, deep connections with others provide profound purpose, as love enables us to see and affirm the potential in others. 3. Suffering, when suffering is unavoidable, it can be an opportunity for personal growth. By accepting and transcending pain, individuals can find a deeper sense of fulfillment. Existential vacuum. Frankl highlights the growing phenomenon of the existential vacuum in modern life. As traditional sources of meaning, such as religion or community, decline, individuals often feel a sense of emptiness. This void can lead to boredom, addiction, or depression. Logotherapy addresses this by helping individuals uncover their unique purpose, even in the absence of external guidance. Responsibility of choice. Central to Frankl's philosophy is the idea of choice. While individuals cannot always control their circumstances, they can choose their attitudes and actions. This freedom, even in the harshest conditions, defines human existence and allows for meaning to emerge. Key takeaways and lessons. First, suffering is inevitable, but meaningful. Frankl asserts that life's challenges are unavoidable, but how we respond determines their impact. By finding meaning in suffering, individuals can transform pain into a source of strength and growth. This perspective shifts the focus from "why me" to "what can I learn from this?" Second, the role of hope. Hope plays a vital role in survival. Frankl observed that prisoners who maintained hope, whether by visualizing future reunions with loved ones or focusing on unfinished goals, were better equipped to endure hardship. Hope provides a psychological anchor, offering a sense of control in uncertain circumstances. Third, universal search for meaning. The search for meaning is universal yet deeply personal. What gives one person purpose may differ entirely for another. Frankl emphasizes that meaning is not static, it evolves with time and context. This fluidity ensures that everyone has the potential to find purpose in their current circumstances. Fourth, human freedom and responsibility. While we cannot always dictate what happens to us, we have the freedom to decide how we respond. This freedom carries with it a responsibility, to live authentically, make choices aligned with our values, and contribute to the world. In conclusion, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning is a profound exploration of the human capacity to endure and thrive. It teaches that life is inherently meaningful, even in the face of suffering and despair. By embracing our freedom to choose our attitudes and actions, we can uncover purpose and live with resilience. Frankl's insights remain as relevant today as when he first penned them. Whether facing personal struggles or global crises, his work reminds us that meaning can be found in every moment, and that this pursuit is the key to a fulfilling life.